Okay, I think we're on, are we?
We've pressed the button and we've got the little red thing that says yes. So I believe we are live. So welcome everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. We edge ever closer to the moment. To the I think we can press the excite button now. I think it's 11 days out, depending on where you are. Very exciting times coming up, but I know we have an action-packed show with the full team on here today. As you can see, me and Fur are living in the same house. So that's magnificent to start with. But let's just dive straight in. I think we've got a lot on the cards already. And I know we've got a couple of updates from a few different things. Kevin's got a few things to update us on. We've got a few more things about some different campaigns, and then of course towards the end we have a nice, let's say, randomized event to pick some winners. So let's dive straight in.
Yeah, 100%. Look, I think let's start with one of many exciting news. Obviously, the exciting news at the end will be the randomized and winning, but the first one is the announcement that we've made. So we will be listing and launching on the 7th of May. We have confirmed listing with Bitmart, and we will be updating probably some stage next week. Integration with MEXC is being completed. We'll be updating the listing with MEXC as well at some stage next week. So it's pretty exciting times. We're locked in now for the 7th, which I think is great for everybody. It'll be great to see the protocol now out into the open and launched, which will be amazing. So pretty exciting times for everybody. I saw some excitement going through the community yesterday. So, this is a major milestone for everybody that's been on the journey and that is going to join the journey with L1X as we build to be the major player in the blockchain space. And so with that, and just a bit more details on the listing, we'll come out with specific times for listing and launching on the 7th. We'll come out just prior to the 7th. We'll give you specific times so everyone can be prepared to enjoy the launch day. Vesting and cliffs will all start from the 7th of May. So everyone is starting fairly from that day. And we will be out. And so I would say if you have not yet signed up to Bitmart and MEXC, go ahead and do that. Some of you may already be there, but go through the process so you're ready there as well. And you'll be able to also send L1X coins to the centralized exchanges and USDT or other coins to the centralized exchanges for purchase as well, if you want to do that on the centralized exchanges. So yeah, pretty exciting news. We're ready to roll, and I think everyone's ready for this to happen. I think it'd be really interesting to hear maybe some of the work that's been going on around this really cool dev interface that I know Kevin and the dev team have been working really hard on to make the onboarding and the ecosystem growth simple for projects to come on board. So we'll go ahead, we'll do that. We'll also talk about the new airdrop campaign that we'll be running, which is going to be really exciting as well up until launch. But Kevin, if you want to maybe share with us, what's going with the dev interface and some of the updates and progress there, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. And just before that, right, I mean, I just wanted to explain a few things. So, this morning I was speaking to my wife, and she was asking me, like, why are some of the community members upset, about certain things? Like, why can't you keep them happy? And it was a good question, right? So one day what happened was, I think she ordered some product from Amazon and it didn't come through, and she was blaming God for it, and she's like, God doesn't want me to have this. And it kind of, actually, I kind of thought about it, like, if you can be upset with God, right? Like, who am I? Right? And how can I keep everyone happy if even God can't do it? So at the end of the day, I feel, majority of the community members have been patient, and the Bitmart listing, I think, along with MEXC, it's just the first step, right? We have a big vision for the foundation. It's just the first step. Now, what happens over here is that, while we approach the tier 1 exchanges to list with us, I think there are two important things from the community members that I request. First is try to keep the Discord a bit reader friendly for the new incoming members, because if the new incoming members see that there is so much of hesitation even in the Discord community space, I don't know if that leaves a good taste in the mouth for the new members. And second of all, while Matthew goes through the airdrop for phase 2, there is a feature that we are releasing that's going to allow each and every one of you to create your own tokens. And for the tier 1 exchange, I think the unique wallet addresses, the unique contracts deployed on the network, and the transactions going through are pretty important. So as community members, I think once we release this token builder, please go ahead, deploy your own tokens, NFTs. I know Crypto Psycho is pretty excited over his meme coin. I'm going to buy his meme coin as well. I've saved up some money for that. But yeah, I think exciting times ahead, right? And thank you for all your support. Okay, so going to the interfaces, as we discussed the last time, now that the code, the token, all of that is going out in the wild. It's important for us to make sure that we focus on areas where projects can come in and build in an automated way with less intervention from the foundation and the developers of the foundation. So this week itself, we released the wallet profiler. So you connect your X wallet and you can see all the assets you have on the wallet profiler. With regards to the node hosting, this week we will release the node hosting panel, hopefully, where you will be able to go in, put in your node ownership address, and you will know when your slot is assigned to you. So the slot assignment is basically when you can go in and start hosting your node. And that is based on two different criteria. The first is the staking tier, where you staked, so platinum, gold, and the second one is the first come, first serve basis, right? So once you see your tier ID, I think you'll have enough resources lined up to go and host your node. Along with that, what we are also doing is we are giving the X team the ability to host their own nodes and taking feedback from them. So once we have this feedback from them sometime in the coming week, probably early to mid next week, we'll make those changes. And hopefully by the end of next week, you'll be able to host your nodes after we make certain changes from the feedback, so that it's easy for you to go and host your node. Coming to the dev portal, we have completed the version 1 of the toolkit. So we have also published what we call as the NPM registry and the cargo plugins. We had over 500 downloads in this week on the NPM registry for the wallet SDK. This all information is public. So if you go to NPM registry, type in L1X toolkit, you'll see more than 500 installs already. We have not marketed that, but I'm happy to see there are more than 500 installs already. So this week, we'll release the wallet SDK, and we'll start the feedback phase for the developers to come and build with us. Apart from that, the Git book and the white paper is being updated as well. So sometime in the mid next week, even that will be going out. Project panel, with regards to the projects coming in and applying for the ecosystem grant or the ecosystem pool grant, we are aiming to release it this week, but if not this week, probably mid next week. And the other feature we have added in there is being able to make your project visible to the community members. So if any project comes in and wants to take in a part of the ecosystem pool, they have the ability to make their projects visible. So when they apply and make it visible, all the community members can also see all the projects that have applied for the ecosystem pool. And we do promote the projects to make it visible, because the question and answers are not very confidential in there. It's all public knowledge. So, and they will have the ability to make visible what answers they want to make visible. And if they make it visible, there's a higher chance that we'll pick them as well. So we want complete transparency over there. That also brings me to the improvement protocol or improvement proposal transparency, where the objective for us right now is making sure that the core development work is also decentralized, and in that process, all the new major and minor upgrades and feature releases or feature developments will be shown to the community members, where all the way from Bitcoin integration to release, ability for Xstock nodes to be hosted and accepting other coins except L1X as well will be out there. So that's also in pipeline. The two other things with regards to visibility, where I think even the tier one exchanges will require that, is the core profiler. And the core profiler basically is going to show you the number of validators, blocks, transactions, and unique accounts, and the transactions in the unique accounts as well. So we are excited to release that in the coming week. And for the internal community members' purpose, we have the distributor, where once you go and put in your wallet address, you'll be able to see all the coins that will be released to you over a period of time that you can also export into an Excel sheet. So we are aiming for version 1 release of these things, at least 30% of these things this week. But next week, the version 1 of these things will be released. And this will set the pathway for visibility, decentralizing the development process of it, and the scalability aspect of things, where as a team we can only do X, but with decentralizing and allowing others to build with us, we can do X plus N. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, I think in the coming month, our focus from this month, the focus was on interfaces. In the coming month, we are switching gears and we will be focusing on releasing projects on L1X. So from the coming month onwards, we're going to go hard. There are more than 110 projects that have applied, are in pipeline. So we are, shortlisting certain projects to come and build with us, and it's going to be a great, way of building projects automatically, where we don't have to put in a lot of manual intervention. So even if we have, as we have a plan where one active project a month, right? That's the focus for us. Even if we focus on that, I think from the coming month, these toolkits will allow maybe for projects to come and build, but that one gold project that we want, that would be the focus for us.
Yeah, and I just add to that as well. What I really like, I mean, there's so much I like, but I think the improvement proposal, that structure and that system that Kevin and the dev team have put together, I think is really exciting, because that allows the community to get involved in shaping how the L1X protocol will evolve, right? So that's the opportunity for community members to go in, have a look at the proposals, and give feedback on proposals and do all these sort of things. And I think, that's an exciting thing. So it's not just about holding and interacting with the L1X token. Now you can actually go onto the improvement proposal and also contribute to the evolution of the ecosystem, which I think is a really cool way to participate as a community member as well. So yeah, no, well done on that. A lot of exciting stuff.
Just a last one on this. So what we have done is, if you look at the developer report for 2023 by Electric Capital, a lot of the developers are moving away from freelancing and into service-based companies, and South Asia has had more than 40% increase in the development. And one good thing is, if you compare 2015 to 2023, developers were only building on one chain, but now the average development chains, the number of chains, is more than 2. So the same project with the same contracts are deploying on more than 2 chains. And the ideation over here is that we are reaching out to service-based companies. Cody and the team have done a great job in putting together a deck for that. So we are reaching out to these service-based companies, where we are aiming to be the multi-chain partner of the service-based companies, where projects going to these companies to build on, let's say, Ethereum or Binance or Polygon, who is going to be the multi-chain partner. So our focus is to be that multi-chain partner for service companies, where they will recommend the projects about Layer 1X. So that's one area of focus to get the word out that Layer 1X is there for the multi-chain angle. And we'll do a few developer and project AMAs as well, where what is our exact focal point or focus point in terms of where we are targeting the projects as well.
Yeah, and I think just to add to that, guys, like it's interesting that you mentioned the statistics around now developers building on two or more protocols, two or more different chains, right? Why are they doing that? They're doing that because they want to access more users, more capital. And but at the moment, they have to rebuild their project on another chain to be able to do that. What L1X brings to the party is that you can now have your project on that chain or build it natively on L1X and now access these ecosystems without having to rebuild your project again on another chain. And how I see with the evolution of the technology of L1X, what we've found is that easy to understand stuff like token transfer and NFT transfer. Smart contract logic is starting to get developers thinking now, right? Okay, so you mean I can start to talk to smart contracts cross-chain? That particular piece is, as that evolves and more developers, and the fact that Kevin's built this decentralization so developers can come in and propose for the smart contract logic, use the smart contract logic, that particular piece of the technology, that will be the exponential growth of L1X. As people start to understand, we get these more minds come in and go, oh, what can I do with the smart contract logic? And then they'll be having ideas that we haven't even thought of, but the technology is there. And now we're opening a space for the minds to come in onto that technology and really start to build out these use cases for the smart contract logic cross chain.
Yeah,
Can I jump in there really quick?
Please.
Yeah. So one of the best paths that we've had with this is X Talks, the AMA series, and so it's been a great way. It's been a little bit of a grind, but that's any startup. You've got to go knocking on doors, right? And eventually, we're going to start seeing that hockey stick of growth. But really, it's all about just kind of communicating and getting out there what L1X is, right? It's getting up on your soapbox and talking about it. But to kind of go along with what Machu and Kevin are talking about is we're trying to make it super simple so that even you can get involved in helping drive projects, helping drive developers that you may come across with. As you're kind of explaining what maybe X Talk is all about, you can provide them with a link that will literally take them down and start them on a path of a step-by-step instruction of what they need to do to basically integrate this into their existing project, which will be another kind of evolution into this whole kind of adoption process of what we're trying to focus on.
Yeah. And again, because what happens is, as a project, you are deciding that I am, going to first deploy on chain X. After that, there is a natural tendency to deploy on chain Y and Z. Now, when they want to use the L1X EVM to deploy another, instance of the same contract and get users and liquidity from the protocol, the angle there is, yes, you are deploying the same contract even on L1X EVM, but at the same time, there is that multi-chain bandage or multi-chain, solution that we are providing along with that contract that you are already going to deploy somewhere else, which will help you to lower the cost and reduce the time of going multi-chain, in that particular progression of contract deployment. So that's what we are targeting at this stage.
Yeah, and just to speak on that as well, this is the kind of the genius behind the L1X infrastructure, right? Is that we have a L1X VM and we have an L1X EVM. And which is quite a unique structure, right? Which allows Solidity developers to build with L1X using Solidity, but also it allows Rust developers to build with L1X using Rust. So we're not limiting a developer base to Solidity or Rust developers. What Kevin's done with this infrastructure, and I think this goes back to the time Kevin spent really kind of thinking through what is the problem that they're trying to solve, is by building in these two different VMs that allow Solidity and Rust-based developers to interact and build with the L1X protocol. And I think that is another kind of aspect to the infrastructure that really opens up the ecosystem to a massive amount of developers that are out there. which I think is really exciting. Anything else, guys, that you want to update at all before we kind of go into this the new airdrop campaign that we'll be rolling out? Anything else? Good to go. Okay, great. So we've got some really exciting news as well. Other than that we're going to have the draw, we've got the launch coming up. We're also running another airdrop campaign that we will be releasing, or in fact, I think we've already released the first part of that. So with the FVN and the ELN, we'll be bringing that into the new airdrop campaign as well. So if you purchase an ELN or an FVN, then you'll also be able to go into the draw, another airdrop draw, where we'll be giving away 1,000 L1X coins per day for those who enter it or who buy an event listener node. So if you buy an event listener node within the 24-hour period, everyone who's purchased it goes into the draw to win a daily prize of 1,000 L1X coins. So what happens is we look back on the last 24 hours, who purchased an ELN, they're in the draw, and then one winner is selected from that every day to win 1,000 L1X coins. And that the team is working on all the interface in that. So by tomorrow, you'll be able to go in and see these first daily winners through these airdrop campaigns that we'll be releasing today. And so the ELN is one. Now, the big prize on the ELN is 50,000 L1X coins. So everyone who buys an ELN over the airdrop period, the new airdrop period, which starts today and will finish on the 6th of May for the nodes, they'll go in and either be able to win a daily draw, or everyone who purchases it will also go into the large draw of 50,000. FVN, the same. But with FVN, if you purchase an FVN, everyone within a 24-hour period goes into the draw to win 10,000 L1X coins per day. And then if you purchase an FVN between now and the 6th, you also go into the draw to win 200,000 L1X coin airdrop as well, which is massive, right? It's huge. Now, so that's the node campaign that we're also running up until launch as well. That is started today. Also, the cross-chain swaps that we were running, we're going to continue that in this new airdrop campaign. So if you're doing swaps, there'll be 5 winners per day that will go into so everyone who's doing swaps within a 24-hour period will go into the draw and there'll be 5 winners per day to win 200 L1X coins, and they'll be announced daily as well, starting from tomorrow for the swaps. So if you haven't got yourself, if you're wanting to purchase outright an ELN or an FVN, go ahead and do that. You'll also have the additional, other than all the benefits that come with getting a node NFT, you'll also have the opportunity to win the daily or the large prize as well through the nodes ELN or FVN. And also for the swaps, you'll have the daily prize of 200 L1X coins that will be given to 5 winners per day. So those are the 2 that we've started today. Now, the next one is probably the one I'm really excited about, is that we will be releasing, and this will have more information when we release this next week, but we'll have a token builder campaign. So maybe, Kevin, if you maybe want to talk about a little bit about the token builder, maybe what people can do with the token builder, that'd be cool. But this is a great way for actually any community members or anyone to be able to go in and start to mint some of the first tokens on L1X.
Yeah. So what we have done is we have to understand that the fungible token and the non-fungible token contract, deployments and the contract interactions, which is people building this, acts as the foundational ground for any type of projects wanting to come and build. So the token or the NFT is 100%, a part of the project development lifecycle. But what happens is this gets restricted to the projects, and the number of projects building versus the community could, interaction of the community with the protocol, that correlation is not very strong, right? It takes more time for projects, so the number of tokens being deployed would be also lower. So what we have done from that perspective is we have built a front end, and this front end is going to allow the community members to do 2 different things. The first is they would be able to go and deploy and get their own fungible token, and at the same time the community could go and also get their non-fungible token. and it's built from a front end perspective. So you put in your token name, you put in the number of tokens you want to have. If it's a fungible, if it's a non-fungible, you can all put in an image, you can put in the token name and mint it. So in this particular perspective, you could build the token on the L1X VM, or you could build the token on L1X EVM. Now, this is stage 1 of the token builder. In stage 2, you would be able to extend that same token onto multiple chains. So at this particular stage, it will be a part of the airdrop process, because we want thousands of people, going and deploying their own tokens, creating unique contracts, creating unique transactions, creating unique wallets. And this feeds into 2 different things. This, number 1, it feeds into the tier 1 requirements, where you need to have unique accounts, you need to have unique contracts. And number 2 that it feeds into is, it shows that if you look at the cost of going and deploying an NFT contract, it can go all the way from $34 on Ethereum to less than like 0.001 on Gnosis chain. But the front end that actually allows you to go and deploy does not exist on Gnosis chain. So the everyday community members don't have the ability to go and deploy their own tokens at a price that they should be getting, that the projects get. So in this way, it allows us to reach out to the community members and give them the opportunity to go and deploy a fungible token or non-fungible token for the same cost, that the projects would be getting as well. And these tokens will be available in your X wallet. You can send it to people. You can integrate it on your website. So it opens up stage 2 and stage 3 for you if you have a plan to start your own business, if you have a plan to give it to your fans and followers, or if you just wanted to create a meme coin, right? So this is that positioning that we are aiming for.
And Kevin, just a question on that: is there any difference between deploying on the L1X EVM and the L1X VM? Because obviously people will have the option to deploy on either of them. Would there be any kind of factors that would influence their decision to deploy on one or the other?
No, there wouldn't be any factor in there, because these are very fundamental contracts, and we have made sure that these are compatible with an FT contract on EVM on, let's say, Binance versus an FT contract on L1X VM. It all comes down to the fact where if you want, because what happens is the L1X VM, the contract size is larger compared to the L1X EVM, but the transactions are faster. So if you want to have your transactions faster, then L1X VM will always be your first point of choice. But if you want to make sure that you want your contracts to be compatible with your MetaMask wallet, right, then you choose L1X EVM. So in the future, if you think that I want my users not to only use X wallet, but also MetaMask wallet on your website versus you sending them tokens, then you build on L1X EVM.
Great. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's great. And so basically with that, really does that provide some sort of benefit as well to projects on other chains? Is there a benefit for projects that exist on other chains to actually mint on L1X and then move those tokens or NFTs to their native chain? Is there a benefit there for them?
Yeah, so if you look at the project deployment cycle, and I've been speaking to a lot of service-based companies right now, the biggest challenge that we are seeing right now is fragmentation of liquidity, right? So in the interoperability space, there are 4 types of solutions at this stage, but nobody is focusing on the fact that let's bring the liquidity together while having your tokens on multiple different networks. So in this particular case, if a project wants to aggregate all their liquidity onto one chain while being able to maintain the tokens on multiple different networks, then this would be a great motivation and push for the projects to come and build the token with us and then host their liquidity on any chain that they wanted to.
Wow. Okay, brilliant. That's excellent. So many different opportunities. And what I like about this token builder that can get everyone excited is you as a community member, you can go ahead, you can mint your own token, you can mint your own NFT if you wish. projects can do that as well. So I think it's a really exciting thing to be able to do, to go in and actually deploy something on the L1X network, to be able to go in and actually play around with that, mint your NFT, be able to do so. And with the stuff like that, just so you've got images there, all those sort of things, and we'll have like a detailed explanation of the token builder, what you can do and how you can interact with it coming out next week. But that's also going to be an airdrop campaign wrapped around that as well. So not only can you mint, but also you go into the draw to win an airdrop, some airdrop tokens as well. And we'll release all that information as we release the token builder next week. So I think that's pretty cool way to participate before we actually launch on the 7th, which is great. And other than that, I think that's pretty much everything we've got with the new airdrop campaign. So today, no FVN, ELN has already started. Also, swaps have already started as well. And then the token builder will be coming out next week, and we'll be announcing all the details around that as well. I think with the next, actually, let me just have a look here. I'm just making sure we've covered everything. I think that's everything covered on the new airdrop campaign. So I think without further, actually, one question, Cody, is that a new hat that you've got? No, I mean, do you keep on? What are you doing? Are you just teasing everybody with this merch? What's going on?
Yeah, you know, every day I got to come up with a brand new one. So yeah, this is a newer one, I should say. But yeah.
I'm picturing the NFTs that Cody might mint might actually be a hat, right? Are you gonna? Yeah, you're gonna tokenize that thing.
Yeah, nice. I do. That and grandma.
So look, I think are we ready to give away some L1X coins, guys? Are we ready to get the randomizer up and let's start to give out some prizes? Joe, you good to go?
I think we're ready. So let's dive straight in. So what we're going to do, we're going to announce the winners for 3 of the airdrop competitions. So we had the username, the ELN, and the FVN comps. So respectively, the EVN was for 50,000 L1X, the FVN was for 200,000 L1X, and the username was for 250,000 L1X coins, which is absolutely massive. So we're gonna do the draw for those right now. So I'll get
just to add to that as well. So winners of the prizes, so the 50, the 200, the 250, automatically those coins will be put into the same vesting schedule as platinum. So 3-month cliff, 24 months, and that will be distributed through that vesting schedule. So if you're a winner, that's not a bad little bit of income coming for you over the next 2 years, which is pretty exciting as well. So yeah, sorry to jump in there, guys. You go for it.
That's all right. Jump in anytime. Cody, if you want to jump in, you will have to pay a penance of 1 hat to each person. Thank you. So I'll get Fer to do the technicals, and you can do the dice rolling. So we're using what's called a PRGM, so pseudo random number generator. So we'll just quickly go through what that means and how that looks. So I'll get Fer's screen up here. And just get everybody confirm they can see that. You can see your first screen. I mean, I can.
Everyone good?
Okay, good.
Someone
good. So I was talking to
someone
myself there.
Community give us a heads up. Make sure you can sync. Yep. Okay. Yep. We got it.
Use that thumbs up. Yeah. So this is the number generator. So how it works is basically we put in a random number between 1 and whatever. So you can see there currently it's between 1 and 100, but we can change that to anything. So if you change it to, I don't know, put some random number in there. We'll just give a quick demo of how this works. 1 and 2. Yeah, that'd be a good random. 1 and 25. So then we press the start button, and as you can see, it starts randomly generating. Start stop. So once we press the stop, obviously we get a random number. So how we're going to do this for community effectively, so that we can make it randomly random. We're going to do a countdown of seconds. So when we go through each draw, I just get somebody to throw up a random amount of seconds between, let's say, 3 and 12 in the comments. Sorry, Kai missed. We'll have to go to 13. Oh, there we go. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it's something different to the first one I put up there. And then, we haven't got there yet. Everybody calm down. And Garrett, that's not even between 3 and 12. So we'll do a countdown. We'll press the stop. So how that correlates, obviously, to numbers So if we jump over to the L1X app screen, so we can see all of the entrants for each comp here. So you can check who's in for each. So we'll start with smallest first and we'll go up. Is everybody ready to just jump straight in?
Yeah, so this one is the ELN prize draw. 50,000 L1X tokens is the prize. Yep, go for it.
Yep, so we've got our 17 entries. So you can see the wallet address is there. Let's jump across to the random number generator. All right, so I'm going to go with Crypto Walker because he seems to be the only one that's actually followed the rules that early on. So just going to go with that. So 4. We're going to count down from 4. So ready in between 1 and 17. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop. So number 7. So we have a winner for our ELN. So if we jump back over to the app, if you are lucky number 7, ending in, I can't read that. My screen's too small. So what is that? What does that end in?
I'll copy paste that in the chat as well, so
we'll put it in
everyone
the
can
chat.
see.
I obviously need I need a Kevin level screen. That's what I need. I need one of those like full.
I think it's D893 DD893 is the last 5 digits. Congratulations.
Well done. That's massive.
Yeah.
For the next round, I'll be getting Cody to send me a hat and Matthew to send me some glasses so I can also participate.
No problem. It just cost you 50,000 L1X coins. No problem.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be able to roll it. Awesome. All right, so let's jump in straight to the next one. So that would be our 200,000 for the FVN. Matthew, anything to add there?
Look, I reckon this is, I mean, as you can see, like what a draw to be entered into, right? You get a 50-50 chance. So well done on who picked these up because, yeah, good luck. If it's the same person, even better. But yeah, let's go. 200,000 L1X coins, guys. We're giving away on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sorry.
Yeah, what's the countdown we're doing for this one? Sorry.
I'll go with Ronak because it's the only one I can see in the screen, which is 7. Apparently, Ronak
7.
always wins with 7. So if this is you, Ronak, well, good luck.
All right.
And 3, 2, 1, go. 7,
1,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Number 2. If you were number 2, so this is a good heads up, I think, for everybody for the next one. Obviously, in the next airdrop, is that like if you're one of 2 here, that's a pretty good chance of winning some biscuits. So I believe that's FCA7 wallet ending in FCA7. Well, congratulations. You've changed your life. Well done. Congratulations. Huge.
Congratulations. And can I just point out, whoever purchased that FVN, right, spent the equivalent of 25,000 L1X coins. They got 10,000 L1X coins in a daily draw. And now they got 200,000 L1X coins in the big prize. So they just more than 8x'd what they put in, and they get to have the FVN node and host and run that. And just so you know, guys, this competition has started again today. This has started again today because we're running this up to the pre-launch. So huge congratulations to that winner.
Yeah, that's massive. Nearly as massive as this next one. So the next one is for the username. So I guess one of the big things about this is obviously, and just correct me if I'm wrong, Matthew, the username one's running again, correct?
Yeah, well, the username will be part of the token builder. So to create your token, you will need a username to be able to go in and create your token and go into that draw. Now, that one's got a massive prize as well. We'll release more information on the token builder. But I had a look through the usernames. All 27 usernames say Cryptonaut for some reason. I'm joking. I'm joking.
It's just
no, we've got
through 27.
But so for the 27 people that went through on the last airdrop campaign, bought a username, 250,000 L1X coins is this prize draw, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's obviously massive. So between 1 and 27, Crypto Walker, we can't use 4 again. Somebody else give me another number. Come on, first one in there now. Let's go. Throw one up there.
Let's use a bigger number this time, between 10 and 15.
Go with 22. That's a good number.
I can't count that high. Fur's going to have to count that back because I can't do it.
Well, how about we give Chemist his wish and we'd say
13.
13's a good number. Let's do that one. 13.
Right.
Oh,
13,
420.
okay.
We're absolutely not counting
Right.
backwards from that. All right, so 13 it is. 13 it is. We've got our numbers in there.
3, 2, 1. Okay. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
18. Lucky 18. Congratulations.
Yes.
That's massive. So if we once again use my super good glasses to be able to see what that is, 77F. Magnificent.
That's huge. Huge congratulations to that person as well. 250,000 L1X coins, guys. But when you think about what we've just given away, 50,000, 200,000, and 250,000 L1X coins, this is potentially life-changing stuff, right? So you know where we're going with the ecosystem. You know where we're bidding. You know what the tech can do. And a massive congratulations to everyone who participated in it. And extra special congratulations to those big prize draw winners as well. And if you want to also have your opportunity to get involved in winning this level of prize draw, we have started again today. All you have to do some swaps or get an FVN or get an ELN. And when we release the other part of the airdrop, which will be the token builder, that's also another massive opportunity to be a big winner with L1X as well. So today, I think we've just given away 500,000 L1X coins just in the last, 5 minutes. So massive congratulations to everyone in the community. Huge congratulations.
I think just to jump in as well from a community perspective, massive thing we have coming up. I know all the details aren't out there yet, but I'm just super excited about the token builder. Like, this is the real opportunity where you as community members get that opportunity to jump in and do a bit as well. So it's not now just contributing through a financial means, for example, getting nodes, getting more L1X coins. This is now you can build your own little empire of whatever that looks like, whether that's through token launch, whether that's through NFT. Like this next phase is going to be unreal, and I can't wait for everybody to get the details out there, because I think we're right at that point now where ecosystem can really kick into gear, and this is we're at phase. Well, I don't know what phase number this is, but we're at whatever the next phase is.
Yeah, 100%. And so, look, I just saw a question here, and this answers a couple of these questions that have come up as well. So someone's just asked, they, with the node hosting AMA, they maybe got lost a little bit on some of the information there. Will there be some sort of support channel or something for node hosting? And I believe there is, Kevin, right? And I think you actually went through this in the AMA, but yeah, if you can talk about that, it'd be great.
Yeah, so there are two ways you can, get support. The first one definitely is the guide, step-by-step guide, and there will be a space where you can ask certain questions as well. And the second one is, if you really cannot, then one of our support person will get on a one-on-one call with you and help you get through it. And we can do that because there are only 80. I have the list with me right now, so we'll be putting that through as well.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, I'm just going to see where else. Also, yeah, and I know, and just correct me if I'm wrong here, Kevin, but I know Lionel was working through the node NFTs that were kind of reserved from the initial V1 as well, and so he's working through that, and I think he's going to be updating everybody probably some stage. Would that be next week at all?
Yeah. I've got a meeting with him today, probably early next week.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah, as well. And then also, Gareth, you've got here. You had 10K that you won in the V1 of the giveaways. Has them still missing? Let's have a look here. Oh, no, maybe that's gone. I can't go back to it. Why can't I go back to it? Yeah, let me check that. Garrett, just make sure. I don't know if you've raised a ticket on that or anything like that, but I would say just raise a ticket if it hasn't already been raised. If it is already being raised, then I definitely know that Lionel was working through the tickets on that as well. So if you've already raised the ticket, then we're working through that as well for you.
Also, Garrett had a question about a hat he won. Garrett, I tweeted you a DM about a week ago. Will you go check it, please, and then respond to that, and I'll get you your hat.
Cool. So just check his Twitter messages. Okay, yep. Awesome.
It's one from CryptoNot.
I'm still waiting for my DM, Cody.
Yeah, it's on its way. It's lost in the mail.
Okay, good. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Just as a reminder for everybody too, we are on the Killer Whales, so jump over there and give us a vote. I know Cody just put the link in the chat there as well on the StreamYard, so that's going to be really cool to see us on there and get that pitch in as well. So if everybody can jump over and vote on that, that would be amazing. I believe it's on our socials as well, but we'll repost it so everybody can check it out.
When does voting start on that one, Joe? I think does voting start now, or is it start in May?
That's a great question. Cody, do you know if it's open yet? You're muted.
I think it might. I think it may be May, but yeah, we can always update everyone there. And so yeah, basically what we did, we got approached by someone when we were over in the Australian conference that we attended. They wanted us to get on the Killer Whales and go through the application process. We got selected to be able to do that, pitch on the Killer Whales TV show, and now they're in selection mode. So basically, it all comes down. Those with the highest votes will be actually go on to the TV show to be able to pitch their project. I think it'll be great exposure as well. Oh, here we go. Inna, fantastic. Inna.
May 1st.
Yeah, as always. Yeah, 1st of May. Fantastic. And look, a huge shout out. I know Cody mentioned before that, X Talks has been going really well, and because it's connected us with so many different opportunities through the projects. I know Cody's been working really hard on that, and also Inna as well. She's not up on stage here today, but I see she's in the comments. Massive, shout out to Inna for all the hard work that she's done on that to get that up and running. And get the exposure that we've got so far. But guys, what are we now? 26th of May, where we are anyway in the world. So 26th of April. Not long now until we launch. 7th of May, as we've already mentioned, we'll be launching. We'll be listing with Bitmart that day. Stay tuned for an update next week. We'll have the Mexi listing update as well. I think integration is almost complete. And also, we'll be releasing the token builder. So have in mind what kind of token you want to mint on the L1X network, and be the first to mint an NFT or FT, a token or an NFT, and you'll be able to do that from next week as well. Anything else, guys? Anything you want to last words for the community before we jump off? And once again, obviously, huge congratulations to the winners today.
No, it's let's roll down our wind down statements, I think, and then we'll kick off, and then me and Fer can have a little chat at the end, and then we'll be good. We can release everybody back into the wild for their last 11 days of freedom before L1X takeover.
Yeah, I think for us, it's back to the workbench. No rest for the wicked. We'll be back in working hard and lots to do prior to launch. Updates coming, so keep an eye on those as the updates roll out. Stay tuned on the socials. And we'll talk to everyone again soon.
Awesome. Closing statement from Kevin or Cody?
Yeah, I think as we have the new airdrop and the token builder going out as well, just maybe once we release these interfaces one by one as community members, just go in there, have a look. Any feedback is also appreciated. But mainly it's the token builder that I think in the coming month that the community members can focus upon and jam through that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just jump in there and basically say, yeah, the next few weeks, even over the next month, is going to be a big month for us again, just because we've got so much rolling out. And to Kevin's point, it's a good thing to kind of get in and educate yourself. as quickly as possible before these things come out, so that you don't have to ask questions while after they've been launched. You're just all ready to go. And then that way you guys can jump in and help other community members that are coming in late to the game, because it's going to be all hands on deck for us as well as you guys as well.
Awesome, man. Fer, anything from you?
Sorry, I was just trying to find my my mouse cursor in my 4 screens, but yeah, I finally got it. But yeah, I mean, everyone can hear me all loud and clear. Yep. So yeah, I just wanted to congratulate everyone, obviously, for winning the draws. But it's been a pleasure being part of this community. I know I joined in very late, joined L1X in December, but it's been a roller coaster ride so far. Yeah, happy to see obviously familiar faces in the chat there as well. You know, it's been really good seeing all the community, you know, come together, being really passionate about L1X till date. And I guess, yeah, we do appreciate the support. I'm sure the other team members here do as well. Kevin already mentioned it before. Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant, right? We're only like, what, 11 days now, or not even 11 days. Yeah, 10 days, depending on where you are in the world. So yeah, I mean, it's go time, right? Let's fucking go. That's all I want to say. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah, just to round out, obviously, once again, I appreciate the team for taking the time to jump on. I appreciate all the community members as well for being here. We're at the precipice. I think it's May go time. It's now time for community to take over and really get the word out there and get things pumping as well. So I can see a lot of stuff from a user-generated content perspective, obviously. Like, I don't know if there's any Star Wars fans in here, but we're in the lead-up. We've got May the 4th, and I can just see that there should be some memes around that. There's plenty of stuff I think we can do, plenty of stuff we can build on as well. As first said, it's 11 or 10 or 12 or 10 or 9 or something days in between, depending on where you are on the date line. And we couldn't be any more excited for May to really ramp this up. And like I said, it's ecosystem growth time. We've got that token launch coming. We've got so many things just coming online. So really time for this to head straight up only. Yeah, I think that's it. We'll close it out there, though. Once again, thanks everybody for jumping on. Huge congratulations to the winners, and we get to do it all again. So knowing what the odds are now, the odds have been pretty good to win some decent stuff. So maybe have a quick look into that. We'll have more details out about the next the token launcher as well, in terms of the airdrop side of that and all how the competition works and everything as well. That's coming next week. But we'll close it out there. Once again, thanks everybody for coming, and we'll see you on the next one.